It has been a brutally cold, nasty week this week. It's definitely a larger animal. It's a coyote. Where'd you go, Mr. Coyote? Eagle. Eagle, eagle, eagle. He's looking at us. See you later, Mr. Owl. Hey there, everybody. It's Randy back with Old Guy Hikes. Today is Friday. Hold on, I gotta check to make sure I got my gloves. Got my gloves. Okay, today is Friday, February 21st. It is 12:20 in the afternoon. It has been a brutally cold, nasty week this week. Been sub-zero most every day, maybe getting up to about 5 to 10 degrees in the afternoons. Overnights have been down to -5, -10 with wind chills of -20. We got about 6 inches of snow this week, a couple different snowstorms. Today it has finally warmed up. It's about 15 degrees right now, but it's sunny and there's no wind. 15 degrees kind of pretty much feels like 15 degrees, which isn't too bad in the sun. It's probably going to get to about 20, 25 maybe by the time my hike is done here. So I'm close to my house. I'm up in Edgerton, Missouri. I have done this area once before. This is Kinzora Conservation Ground, and I will link that up above. I did that hike last winter. This is one of my favorite places to come in the wintertime. I did that last winter, and I hiked a different trail out here. That was the trail that goes around the lake, and this trail is the lower trail area, and it goes around a marshy area that they flood for waterfowl habitat. Right now it's not flooded. There is a little bit of a stream creek area right down here that's frozen over right now. This is the lock or the gate where they open it up and let it drain out, and it drains down, and then right down there at the bottom of that little drainage area is the Little Platte River, and then the Little Platte River continues on and meets down to the Missouri River. This isn't going to be a very elevation change type hike. It's going to be pretty flat. Basically, if you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but right along in there, right on the horizon there, you can see the trail all the way around. It's just a levee that kind of goes along the river. So the river's on the left side and the marshy area's on the right side here. But this is a great hike for wildlife. If you can see the ground out here, there's just tons of footprints for all kinds of different animals. When it's flooded, there's a lot more waterfowl. I don't know if I'm going to see a lot of waterfowl today. And when there's a lot of those out here, there's also usually a lot of eagles. Now, I might still be able to find an eagle or two, because we are right along the river, and the eagles like to nest and hunt along the river. So hopefully maybe we'll see a bald eagle. Thanks for coming along. I hope you have a good time with this trail with me, and I hope we get to see something cool. Okay, so I've been trying to identify a lot of the tracks. Most of them are squirrel and rabbit. But this track I'm following here is definitely a larger animal. I haven't caught a real distinct paw print yet, but from the stride and the size of the hole, it's definitely a coyote or something like that. Most likely a coyote, but I haven't been able to get a good look at one of the shape of the actual print itself, then I'd be able to tell if it was a canine or a feline. Well, then it went down. It followed that little cut through over into the marshy area. I've been out here every season of the year. Spring is beautiful out here, especially when they've got this flooded and the, oh, there's something running through the, oh, it's a coyote. Hopefully you can see him. He's right in that open area. I think he's going to come up right in front of us here. He heard me. Can't see him right now, but I think he's going to maybe pop up over this levee in just a second because he was heading that way. Where'd you go, Mr. Coyote? He's there somewhere. There's nowhere else he could have gone. Kind of got him trapped into this little corner here, so he's going to either come back to the right and go along the levee, or he's going to pop up. Oh, there he is. He's going up over the levee right there. Gotta hope that shows up well. Now he's standing on top of the levee looking back at us. Yeah, he's gone. I'm sure that was a coyote. Too big to be a fox. So this area right in the middle there is where he was, the open area. And you can see his footprints running through there. They look pretty similar to the footprints I was following up here, so I'm 100% sure that we were following his footprints. If it wasn't him, it was another coyote. And we just got a red-tailed hawk flying. I think that's a red-tailed hawk. Very common animal around here. There's more of his prints down there. That's the direction he went. I went up over this levee here. Okay, here's where he came up from the lower area up onto the levee. There's several sets of prints here. I'm trying to be quiet because he could be right over this levee. I doubt it. But this is the creek down here that's frozen over. There's a lot of prints on it. We're going to keep going this way. Maybe see him again. Probably not. He's probably half a mile away by now. We're going to go as far as this levee will take us, which goes to the river. And then up into kind of a woodsy area. Eagle. I was trying to film a little walk by, and I looked up and saw the eagle flying. Hopefully I caught him pretty well. Okay, well, I think we're getting right down by the river here, so we're getting closer to where the eagle would be nesting or roosting at least. Oh, there goes a squirrel. You can see right down here is the river, so the eagle can hunt, fish in the river this time of year here. It might not be the last eagle we see now that we're down here by the river. It's a very, very popular area, all of northwest Missouri. The eagles from, Minnesota, North Dakota, whatnot, that spend the summers up there, come down here, follow the migrating fowl, waterfowl, and they come down here to hunt on the waterfowl, and they also will nest by the rivers and hunt the fish that are still active this time of year, or they'll be hunting the waterfowl that are also coming to the rivers and the lakes. So if you're looking for eagles in the wintertime, northwest Missouri is one of the hot spots for eagle activity. There, I got my silly walk by. So we're just gonna look around, look up in the trees, see if we see anything nesting or roosting. Look down on the water, see if anything's running across. You can see all kinds of tracks. But it's pretty quiet right now. I'm just going to hang here for about 10 minutes, be real quiet, and see what shows up. I'll show you anything that shows up. So I'm just being super quiet, and the birds have started making noise that weren't before. There was a woodpecker just a little bit ago. I think that's a crow over there. I was hoping that woodpecker would go again, but I don't hear him. Okay. Well, I've stood here about as long as I can. We're going to continue on. We've gotten to the end of the levee, and we've come to the border with the private property. So now we're going to follow that trail to the right. And that goes up into the woods and connects out to the road. So then from the road, we're going to go along and go up to the lake. Right up there, just landed in that tree. He'll probably take off again because I gotta walk by him. Looks like maybe a barn owl. I'm not super great on which owls are which. I'm gonna try to zoom in on him here, but he's gonna take off here any second because we're gotta walk right past him on this trail. Hoping to get a good, here we go, there's a good outline on him, I think, with the blue behind him. Yeah, he's looking at us. He's pretty brave. He may not take off. I see ya. He's looking right at me. He's a pretty brave owl. I think he might just stay right there. That's good. We're getting a good view of him. All right. Cool. See you later, Mr. Owl. Didn't really think this was going to be a super great wildlife day, but it's been better than I thought it would be. So maybe we'll continue with our luck. Okay, just from the top of the hill, there's a little driveway that you can pull off This is on the east side of the road now. There's a hawk flying up there. I rarely see anybody out here. It's always so quiet. It's one of my favorite places in the whole world, actually. It's just beautiful out here all seasons of the year. Okay, now from the top of this little, let's walked up from that's the short little rise I walked up from the road. Could go this way and go start the 4-mile loop, but I'm gonna go this way. This parallels the road and goes down by the lake, and then will bring me back to my car. So this will be about 3 to 3.5 miles when I'm done. There's another pretty decent view of the wetland area over there. That white line going right down the middle, left to right, right to left, is the trail we were on. Pretty quiet down here. It's a great little fishing lake. If you're looking for a place to fish in the summertime, there's easy access from this trail to the right. You can park right down there. Come up here. We've kayaked on this lake and fished here. Oh, I just don't see anything. You can see the tracks go right out onto the water, onto the ice. You can see where something has walked across the ice in a couple places there. But there's just nothing here. Nothing that I can see, at least. We're almost done. We're just gonna walk up the hill into the woods just a little bit, and won't be in the woods for more than a quarter mile or so, and then we'll be right back to the car. I'll go ahead and give you my old guy hikes difficulty rating on this trail. I would probably put it at a 2. It's not a very hard trail, pretty level. Today is easier than the other side over here. Actually, the side I'm on right now that I'm finishing on. If you did this whole 4 miles on this side, it's a harder hike. It's more of a 3. But what I just did is really just a 2. Pretty easy hike. All right, we got to the top of that hill. Didn't see anything more interesting as far as animals go. Still lots of tracks everywhere. But anyway, we're just coming down the hill through the woods to the parking lot. So we're pretty much done with this hike. I appreciate having you along today. Please come back next week, see what I have in store for you. I'm not sure what it's going to be. In real time, I'm heading to Arkansas in a few weeks, so it could be some Arkansas videos, unless I find something between now and then that I want to go hike. So it's going to be very muddy for the next few weeks, so may not get a lot of hiking in until the mud dries up. So thanks for coming along. I appreciate having you, and I hope to catch you out on the trail sometime real soon. Bye-bye.